think everything's good for the cube. I think I've got everything here in this bag I need. That's all set up. I think I'm good for the Minneapolis trip. I think, got headphones and all that. Just need to call Connor. If I can get him to order some of the stuff I need for KCC finals, despite being so late, I think we should be good to go. Hey, Connor. How's it going? Hey, I'm gonna be out of town for about a week, and I really need a video recorded and finished. If you could come over and do that while I'm gone, I'd really appreciate it. I only need a sort of intro and outro, and I think that should be good. If you want, I can pay you pretty good for it, man. Just make sure to lock up the house and turn on the clips when you're done. Okay. Oh, hitting his voicemail kind of sucked, but hopefully we should be good. I'm gonna get packed up. So I'm gonna go get everything in the car and for the Minneapolis trip, baby. You know what's great? You know what's fantastic? Connor didn't do any work. Looks like we're doing it ourselves. Hello and welcome to the Chucast. We're welcoming you to the final week of KCC Season 4. We've clawed and struggled our way to the top, and now we must fight our final opponent, the protagonist, Leo and the New York Gem Knights. Leo's draft consists of Sword Soul, Zephyra, Tenyi, Yangzing, Marincess, Dino Wrestlers, Baron DeFleur, Small World, Destrudo, and Change of Heart in one copy. Now, there's a theme to his draft, and you can see why he won every week, considering he essentially brings Sword Soul 3 games in a row. Now, because semis and finals are best of 5, we have to contend with Sword Soul 4 times and then Marincess. So there was a lot of prep to go into this week. First off, a lot of the prep we did was figuring out side deck cards. Now, very easy to prep for the same deck 4 times, considering the same cards beat that said deck 4 times. Token Collector, Chalice, Santa Claus, Lightning Storm, Dark Ruler, Book of Moon, all are very good versus Sword Soul stuff, either stopping him from comboing or breaking the board state. He likes to usually end on Barone, Chi-Zhao, and Blackout, I think it is. It's been a couple months. And then for our other side deck stuff and like staples, we're bringing Cyclone and DD Ground. This is mainly for Marincess, so we're really only going to be bringing it in there. So going into finals, here's the plan. We're going to be leading with one of our worst decks, expecting Leo to bring one of his better decks to start. Bringing like Math Mech, losing to something like Sword Soul, gives us a leg up because while we're behind 1-0, we've used up one of Leo's really good decks while we've only used up a tier 3. So we're sort of trying to match up fish for Sword Soul or Zephyra. We'll be trying to use stuff like Raid Raptor, our better decks, to even out the score, then match up fish the last one after we go 1-1. So after game 3, we're looking to possibly be 1-2, but facing off against Marincess and Yangzing. Matchup fishing against a lot of his good decks should help us a lot, but we'll have to see in the battle. So let's hop right in and let's see if we can win a finals, baby. Match 1 today is Mathmech vs. Sword Soul. Leo's going first, starting with a summon of Virtuous Ecclesia into Moye, activating the effect which we Ghost Mourner, forcing Leo to set 3 and pass. We book the Moye to turn off a possible blackout, then summon Lady Debug, activating the effect to add a microcoder to which Leo responds with a book to flip Debug. We summon Sigma, then use microcoder to link into Code Talker Inverted, searching Silent Mining. We mining, pitching Nabla for addition, summoning it by boosting Inverted. We move to battle, swinging in, and then make Heat Soul passing. From here, with no real interruptions from us, Leo is able to pretty easily find lethal. Game 2, we're going first, starting with a summon of Balancer Lord, activating the effect to normal summon Sigma, linking into Disciple Devotee, tributing Devotee for 2 tokens. Leo activates no material on one of our tokens, kinda screwing with our zone placements. We link for Wicked, summoning Parallel Exceed from hand, triggering Wicked, banishing Balancer to add Nabla at hand, which triggers Balancer Lord on banish to summon the Lady Debug from our hand, adding the microcoder. From here, we link into Pentastag and Code Talker Inverted, summoning Nabla and triggering microcoder to add Conflict. We activate Nabla, tributing Pentastag to summon Multiplication, then overlay for Alimbertion, which is met with a Ghost Mourner. Despite this, we're still able to summon Sigma from Grave, synchro summoning Final Sigma, setting 1, and passing. Leo starts by summoning Adhara, linking into Monk, then activates Emergency, adding Long One. He pitches Blackout to try and summon Long One, which we negate with Conflict. Leo banishes Adhara, recycling Long One to hand. He normal summons another Adhara, then links into Shaman, pitching a Long One and reviving Monk. He moves to battle, and cleans up most of our monsters, but can't really deal with Final Sigma. With multiple less than ideal draws for Leo off the top, he's forced to sort of sit and wait for something. But when he does try and combo off, a token collector puts a nail in the coffin, Leo forfeiting Game 2. Game 3, Leo starts with a summon of Vishuddha, linking into Monk, then summons Moye, activating the effect for a token, synchro summoning Chizhao, which we negate with Ghost Mourner. Leo activates Vessel, sending Ashuna to add Adhara. He banishes Ashuna to summon Adhara from deck, linking into a second Monk. He banishes Adhara to recycle Ashuna to hand. He then links for Shaman, sending Taya to summon Taya, activating the effect for a token, synchro summoning Draco Berserker, passing. We summon Balancer Lord, activating the effect, which gets negated by Chizhao. We try and summon Sigma, but Leo banishes it off Draco Berserker, and unfortunately we're sitting ducks as Leo easily finds lethal on the crackback. Match 2 is Raidraptor vs Zephyra. Game 1 we're going first, and with no interruptions we're able to combo off and get to a very formidable board of Bardiche, Ultimate Falcon, Redoer with 5 back row somehow. Some more useful than others, such as Called By, Retrograde, and PK Force. Leo starts with the Virtuous Ecclesia, activating the effect which we negate with Called By, and Leo forfeits, seeing the writing on the wall. Game 2, Leo is going first, starting with an Oracle of Zephyra, adding Zephyraxi. He scales Zephyrath, adding Zephyrnui to the extra deck. He scales Zephyraxi, pen summoning Zephyrnui, adding Divine Strike. He activates Providence, adding a second Zephyraxi, pitching it with Long to summon, getting a token which allows us to summon Token Collector, forcing him to set 2 and pass. Unfortunately for us, our hand is extremely awkward, considering we top deck the 3rd Token Collector, and unfortunately for us, we're kind of just fucked, and we're forced to forfeit with no way of dealing with Leo's interaction. Game 3, we're going first, utilizing Singing Lanius, Pain Lanius, and Kage Takage to facilitate our main combo, ending on Bardiche, Ultimate Falcon, Redoer, or Force Tricks with PK Force in the back row, and an additional set of Called By. Leo starts with an Oracle, adding Zephyraxi, then scales Zephyrath, activating the effect to add a Zephyra to the extra deck. So we chain Redoer to bounce Zephyrath and make it resolve without effect. He summons Long One by pitching Blackout, summoning a token, and synchro summoning Barone. He activates Barone, targeting our set PK Force, so we try and chain it, but Leo negates it anyways. He scales Zephyrnui and Zephyraxi, pendulum summoning Zephyrthubin, popping Zephyrnui and Bardiche, moving to battle and swinging over the Force Tricks, passing. With no Barone negate and not much else in terms of board presence, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump to lethal with Arc Rebellion. Match 3 is Time Thief vs Marincess. Leo's going first, summoning Spring Girl, linking into Blue Slug, recycling Spring Girl to hand, setting 3 and passing. With a brick from us, we're forced to set a monster into back row. Leo summons Spring Girl, linking the Sea Angel, which mean more. He links into Coral Anemone, activating the effect targeting Spring Girl. We chain Called By to banish Spring Girl, and Leo chains Jar of Avarice to shuffle his grave back. He activates Battle Ocean, then summons Seahorse, linking into Blue Slug, trying to recycle Seahorse to hand, but we chain another Called By to banish Seahorse, forcing Leo to attack and pass. We banish Boots for Brigandine, then summon Adjuster, which is met with a Chalice. We set and summon Brigandine, and Leo chains Compulse on Adjuster, forcing us to pass back. On our following turn, we're able to make Redoer and slowly deal with Leo's board and interruptions until we're able to stick an Arc Rebellion and eventually get to a spot where Leo doesn't have anything and forfeits on turn 15. Yikes. Game 2, Leo's once again going first, setting 4 and passing. We start with a summon of Regulator, activating the effect which Leo chains Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. But we have the Cyclone to remove it, allowing us to summon Winder, Bezel Ship, overlaying for Tornado Dragon, setting 3 and attacking in, passing. And in the end phase, Leo shotguns a Heavy Storm Duster, popping 2 our back row. In this game, Leo's just sitting and waiting to find a play starter, but when he does, we have the Ghost Warner for the Blue Slug, which allows us to slowly get in and eventually swing for lethal, taking match 3 in a 2-0. Match 4 is Phantom Knight versus Yang Zing. Leo's going first, summoning Moye, activating the effect for a token, to which we chain Token Collector, forcing Leo to set 1 and pass. We start by activating Upstart, drawing into Rite of Air Messier, which we can't use with Collector on field. However, we chalice the Token Collector and we're able to combo off, activating Right to get our token, activating Journey from deck. We had Griffin Rider, discarding Fogblade, then summon Griffin, adding Draco back to hand. We Draco back the set card, then summon Tornscales, linking with Token Collector into Pentastag, banishing Fogblade to summon Tornscales, which Leo Skullmeisters, which doesn't matter because Tornscale still triggers and Leo forfeits game 1, seeing the writing on the wall. Let's fucking go! Game 2, Leo's going first, forced to set 3 and pass with no starter. We summon Tornscales, activating the effect, which Leo chains Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, forcing us to set 3 and pass back. Unfortunately for us, we don't really find a way to stop Shadow Imp, and we're forced to just sit and watch as Leo combos off into Barone, breaking our board. A dead draw off the top doesn't help us, and Leo swings for lethal on the following turn. Game 3, we're going first, starting with our adventure line, getting into Griffin, Draco back, and all the good stuff, normal summoning Psychic Wielder, and forgetting to activate Kage Mucha Knight, so we're just ending on Griffin Rider plus token, essentially. Leo starts with a Change of Heart to steal Griffin Rider, which we're forced to negate. From here, Leo summons Jiaotu, pitching Chiwen to summon Bixie and Suwani. He synchro summons Coral Dragon, popping our back row so we chain Callby to banish Chiwen. He synchro summons Baxia, getting rid of our Journey. He summons a second Suwani, setting 1 and attacks in passing. We activate a Water Enchantress off the top, but our Rite of Air Messier is negated by 9 pillars, and we're sort of just sitting ducks with only 1 card in hand, forced to pass. With a dead draw off the top on our following turn, we forfeit, hoping we can win that 5th match. Match 5 is Adventurer Pile versus Tenyi. Leo's going first, summoning and activating Virtuous Ecclesia, summoning Moye from deck, activating the effect for a token, which we negate with Ghost Warner. Leo chains Dragon Circle, tributing Moye to add a Shuna, allowing Moye to resolve and summon a token. He summons a Shuna, forced to pass because of the token's restriction. From here, with Mimicry Lanius plus Kage to Kage, we start comboing off, playing through Leo Skullmeister because we have Callby, and when we summon Bardiche, Leo forfeits, putting us 1 game away from winning it all. Game 2, Leo's going first, summoning Vishuda, linking into Monk, then tributes it for Dragon Circle, adding Taya. He summons Taya, banishing Monk for a token, synchro summoning Chijiao, adding Emergence, setting 3 and passing. We start by activating Book of Moon on Chijiao, Leo chaining Dragon Circle, tributing it to add Long Wan to hand. We activate Water Enchantress, giving us access to our whole adventure engine. We activate Draco back, bouncing a Shadow Imp by the luck of the draw. From here, we're able to get to lethal pretty easily, winning us KCC Season 4. Let's go, baby! Somehow, someway, with all of our prep and all of our luck and shit, we beat Leo, the strongest person in the draft format. This deserves some celebration. Eclipse, pop some champagne, put a funny hat on my head. Let's go! Best fucking player in the world, baby! Raid Raptor, best deck. Now all I have to do is rub it in Metaman's face. Let me get his binder. Hey Eclipse. Where's Metaman? Oh, god damn it. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you're all ready for 2023. I know it's been a while since we've been uploading consistently, but I'm hoping to get back into it. We've been doing a lot of Twitch streams on my Twitch channel, if you want to go check that out. But I'm really hoping 2023 is going to be the year of content. So I hope you're all ready, and I hope you're all going to enjoy. Comment, rate, subscribe. It really helps that channel. And if you want to see more, you know where to look. Bye-bye.